This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 1003. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. For those of you who don't know me, I worked in recruiting for more than 40 years, and I helped a lot of people find work. At the same time, folks confided in me all the time about what their experience was with recruiters. And you know, I work with some folks just like what I'm describing here. So I'll just simply say it's a good lesson for everyone, whether it's about recruiting or in some other place in your life. Hope you find this helpful. As always, please give the show 5 stars in iTunes or Stitcher. Leave a comment. It does help other people discover the show. It helps with rankings in iTunes. And if we are connected on LinkedIn, send a connection request to me at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Mention that you listen to the show because I love hearing from folks who I'm helping. And I also want to say my class is on Skillshare. Even if you're not a member, they're available to you. Currently, I have 4 classes. There are going to be more up there soon. Go exploring. Skillshare.com. I have 4 classes I teach, and I think you'll find them helpful. And again, if you want to just look at them, you're not interested in joining, that's okay. You can do that. And if you choose to join, I believe they have a promotion for 99 cents for the first couple of months. So it's not expensive to join even after the 99-cent promotion. So there's a link in the show notes. Go exploring. And now let's get going. Every day we read stories in one form or another about confidence games. You know, people who are swindled out of money by con men or con women. Stories of psychics, stories of salesmen who slowly build up trust with their victim and swindle them out of large sums of money. And the same practice is true with recruiters. And it's done under the guise of developing the relationship with you during your job search. But in point of fact, it's a con game. See, most recruiters you talk to have no idea what they're talking about, and their relationship with their client is somewhat limited. So yes, they're very senior people like me who actually do have relationships with clients, who do know how they think. We've been out socially with them. We're not perfect, but we're damn good. And then there's most of them who are relatively green or mid-career, and they say a bunch of stuff. Now, usually what happens is you submit a resume to them, they call you and evaluate you, and then they schedule you for an interview, and they start preparing you for that interview, or they have a senior person in the office prepare you for the interview. And what starts to happen over time is you're hearing what sounds like expertise, but in point of fact is a canned script that this person has developed, either mentally or it's written out for them, helping to prepare you for an interview. And it progresses to the second interview or a second firm that wants to talk with you. And you get a chance to see them and to measure them. But unfortunately, their goal is not your goal. Their goal is not to help you find the job per se, but to help you find the job where after you're there for a period of time, they earn a large fee. And most of them have no idea what they're talking about. They have no relationship with the client. They're just saying a bunch of stuff that they've been trained to say. And that's how the swindle works. Like regular con men or con women who start small and build their way up, they get into your confidence. They seduce you, as you will, into believing they have greater expertise than they actually have. The result winds up being who gets hurt in all of this? You, because you let your guard down, because you start believing that what they're saying is actually good because it worked. You got to the second interview and you devalue yourself. And you get to the third interview and they tell you some more stuff and you follow the script and you get to the job offer and the offer is good and They've been asking you questions to find out about what salary causes you to say yes, feeding it back to their corporate client. So when the offer comes out at that number, you go, "Oh, it's incredible. I got the money that I was looking." And it's all part of the swindle. See, you're being swindled out of objectivity. And in doing so, you're being seduced into believing that they have greater expertise and greater knowledge than they really have. So that this way, you take down the barrier between you and them. Believe what they have to say because it's been working so far, devaluing yourself in the equation. And the result is when it comes time to get the offer, you go, "Hallelujah," and you say yes. That's the swindle. That's how it works. Your confidence is gained through small measures along the way that build up until finally they ask you for the whole enchilada. You can't believe the swindle. I want to push you back a little bit and wake you up to the fact that recruiters are not your ally. They're the corporation's ally because those are the people that are paying them if you join and stay on board for any length of time. So don't buy the bull. Get an ally who doesn't have any vested interest in which job you take. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, here are a few ways to engage with me. First of all, I just want to start by saying that I no longer do recruiting. I coach people to perform at a high level. So again, I no longer do recruiting. But if you visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us, and look at the tabs on the top, you'll see a menu of choices available to you. First of all, you can hire me to do a resume and or LinkedIn profile critique, interview preparation, help you with a salary negotiation, answer your questions about your job search, advise you about a decision you have to make about a job offer. Those are all there as an option. I can do a job search makeover with you where we critique everything you've been doing in your search up until that point and come up with alternatives. If you're relatively early in your search, we can do a complete coaching program where I work with you from beginning to end in half-hour increments so it doesn't have to take a lot of time for each session. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/thebiggamehunter. Mention that you listen to the show because I love hearing from folks who like it and are interested in my help. Again, linkedin.com/IN/thebiggamehunter. You can take my classes on Skillshare too and become a premium member for 99 cents for the first few months. I have a link in the show notes. Just follow that link, sign up, take my classes. Lastly, I want to mention to you, you can find a lot of information at thebiggamehunter.us, and at times it may seem like it's too much. So you can look at the best of my material at jobsearchcoachinghq.com, where I've curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read to help you find work more quickly. Again, that's jobsearchcoachinghq.com. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Take care.